Hi guys, welcome to Mario Master 101.
Dango Productions Company.
Yeah, so if you remember, I said I was gonna make my thoughts on video on the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct, and yeah, I'm still going to do that, but I'm making parts, because otherwise, I mean, look, the Nintendo Switch 2 Direct was a little over an hour long. In me analyzing stuff in the Switch 2 Direct and talking about it, considering the Switch 2 Direct is already an hour long, yeah, that's gonna take way too long, and I don't feel like editing that much for a single video. I'm sorry, man. I mean, yeah, I'll do a compilation video of all the parts later, though, so you don't need to worry that much. I'm still going to talk about everything, and if you want to see just one video of me doing this, just, you know, you can watch the compilation video once that comes out, where all the stuff will be compiled, so yeah. So yeah, basically, we're just gonna go in order of stuff for this series, and you'll understand what I mean soon if you don't already. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, that would be awesome. Maybe you can even like. Just kidding, my videos suck. Anyway, let's go. Let's do this. In part 1, we'll just talk about Mario Kart World. Because, look, there is a lot to unpack here. You realize how many new characters we saw? How many out-of-the-blue picks? I literally would never even thought were in, like Cataquack! Freaking Cataquack! You can play as a Cataquack and Fishbone? If you told me yesterday Cataquack and Fishbone would be in Mario Kart, I'd call you an idiot! Well, I guess the idiot now is me. Yeah. Anyway, Pianta is an out of the left field for me. Cataquack is insane. Look, the cow from Moo Moo Meadows is also in Mario Kart as a playable character. This is genuinely insane. I'm in awe right now. How does this even happen? The freaking cow from Moo Moo Meadows is in this game as a playable character. How is this even real? Am I currently in a dream? How is the cow in this game? I need to play as a cow, please. Please let me play as a cow. I want to play as Cody's freaking mom herself. We also got Boshi. Dude, I used to be obsessed with Boshi when I was a kid. You have no idea. Boshi looks so cool. He is literally the cooler Daniel. The coolest Yoshi ever. He has glasses that he rocks. He has awesome accessories too. Look at Boshi. He used to be my second favorite Mario character back in around 2015. He looks so freaking cool. He was always so cool. I mean, Boshi genuinely looked so incredible. He was only in Mario RPG in the remake, but like, come on. Boshi in Mario Kart is awesome. I mean, no, technically he's just a Yoshi skin, but like, who cares? I'm considering Boshi his own new character. Boshi is the best. I love Boshi. I'm gonna rank all the newcomers at the end of this video, but like, Boshi. Also, Hammer Bro is back. Hammer Bro got replaced by Wii. Hammer Bro got replaced in Wii by Baby Daisy, but yeah, Hammer Bro's back and it's awesome. They're mighty me Fire Bro and Boomerang Bro later, and I'm so glad that Hammer Bro's finally in a mainline Mario Kart game after he suffered in Wii, but getting cut in favor of Baby Daisy. He was being cut because of Baby friggin' Daisy, which is just pathetic. I mean, I guess Baby Daisy isn't as bad as Baby Rosalina, but how is that pick acceptable? Anyway, Hammer Bro technically was in Tour, but I mean, I still have Hammer Bro in this video because, come on, he was only in Tour because Baby Daisy replaced him in Mario Kart Wii, and a lot of characters that are just in Tour were in a console game, so, you know, this is the first console game that, like, Hammer Bro and Nabbit are in, and Charge and Chuck. I mean, Charge and Chuck's also really cool, but, like, I'm sorry. But, like, yeah. Anyway, there's also a penguin. I mean, come on. We all love penguins. You love penguins. I love penguins. Penguins are awesome. We all know this. He's not one of my most hyped characters. But, like, come on. It's a penguin. Penguins are one of the cutest animals. I mean, I do think that seals are probably a little cuter because I just love seals. Seals are probably one of my favorite animals, like, in my top 5. There's, like, squirrels, chipmunks, cats, dogs, seals maybe there. I don't know. I also like dolphins a lot. Oh yeah, speaking of, Dolphin is also in Mario Kart World. Ha ha ha! This is awesome. But also, Goomba is in this game, which is pretty cool. I mean, I'd rather have Goomboss, but still. I wish Goomboss was in Mario Kart World. He was only really a boss in Mario Kart DS, which is a great start, but still. Pokies are also in this game as racers, and well, Pokies are also in this game as racers as well, and so are bees. I mean, according to all laws of aviation, there is no physical way a bee should be able to fit in its cart. If the bee's wings are way too big to fit in the cart, and how would it even drive anyway? The bee, of course, drives anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is impossible. Anyway, Sidestepper, which is in Mario Bros, which is great. So yeah, a lot of characters in this game are awesome. So is Snowman, and nearly all of these characters are peak. Peepa being in this game is also incredible. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, these characters are awesome. Let's rank all of these new characters based on how hyped I am to play as them. And how hyped I am will be one of the factors, and another one is just, how cool the character is. But I'm gonna be honest, the number one is so awesome. But I'll be honest, every single one of these characters are all hype. But yeah, so let's rank them. Let's go. Okay, in 22nd place, you're all probably gonna disagree with me. It's Goomba. I mean, yeah, Goomba's hype and all, he's a very iconic enemy. But the reason he's in dead last is when I look at Goomba in Mario Kart, I'm thinking in the back of my head, I wish it was Goomboss. I mean, yeah, Goomboss isn't anywhere near as memorable or, as iconic. But, for me, he's as memorable. But I meant to say he's nowhere near as iconic. But, here's the thing. Goomboss is incredible. I mean, he was in Mario Kart DS, and that's the only Mario Kart thing he was in? Are you kidding me? I mean, yeah, Goombas are obstacles and tracks, so, Goomba doesn't have to be in. I mean, yeah, I'm still hyped for Goomba, don't get me wrong, but, in the back of my head, it's Goomboss is right there. I mean, yeah, he's not popular, but, he's Goomboss. I love everything to do with Goomboss. Goomba's cool and all, he's hype, he's the most iconic enemy, don't get me wrong, but come on, Goomboss is right freaking there! Why can't you just, Goomboss is, come on, man, you don't have Toadsworth, you don't have Goomboss, come on, it would've been so good. But yeah, I am still hyped that Goomba is here, don't get me wrong. I mean, I like Goomba and all, but yeah. Anyway, in 21st is Pokey. Pokey is another generic enemy. However, Pokey is cool. There's no other type of Pokey I'd rather have. Okay, well, it would be funny if there was Apple Pokey, but I'm not gonna care. Normal Pokey is definitely the one that should objectively be in over, any of the others. Yeah, Pokey is pretty hype in my opinion. Alright, in 20th place is Biddybud. Biddybud is a pretty interesting character in 3D World. I mean, yeah, he's not that iconic, but he kind of reminds me of Goomba, although, Biddybud, there's no one I'd rather have. Goomba, I mean, yeah, Goomboss is right there. Biddybud doesn't have any other Biddybud versions that I'd rather have over him. Biddybud also is pretty underrated, so having him in this game would be pretty cool. Alright. So, in 19th place is Coin Coffer. Coin Coffer is a pretty decent enemy, and he is honestly pretty cool that he's in this game. I mean, yeah, he's not as out there as Fishbone or Quack, but he's still awesome, and I really like his design. The other characters are more hype, but Coin Coffer is pretty cool, honestly, in my opinion. So in 19th place is Monty Mole. As much as I love Monty Mole, he is another generic enemy. He is one of my favorite generic enemies, though, but he still is generic, so I can't really place him higher, sadly. However, I still love Monty Mole. I just love his design. I love how he, pats his stomach. That's crazy. So yeah, I'm still going to be playing as him, though. But yeah, we're reaching the characters that I would love to play a lot. Okay, so in 18th place is Rocky Wrench. Rocky Wrench is basically Monty Mole, but I like his design slightly more, so yeah. They are basically almost tied, though, so just consider Rocky Wrench and Monty Mole to be, yeah. I mean, I could honestly play either one. I'm as equally hyped. It's just Rocky Wrench looks slightly better. Also, I mean, he isn't as common as Monty Mole, so seeing him in Mario Kart, I guess, is like technically a little bit more impressive. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do think that having Rocky Wrench in Mario Kart is more impressive. But yeah, you know what I mean. Anyway, okay, so in 17th place is Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant is a great and iconic character that I would love, but PD Piranha is right there. However, unlike that, Piranha Plant, he made his way into Smash. Piranha Plant earns a right in Mario Kart, Piranha Plant is cool and all. Like, I do really like Piranha Plant. And I like him more than Monty Mole as well, because, I mean, he made his way into Smash Bros, man. I have to be nice to Piranha Plant. He made his way into Smash Bros. Waluigi isn't even in Smash Bros. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, he absolutely should, but he's not. Piranha Plant made his way. I'm pretty sure Piranha Plant's the only generic enemy that's in any Smash Bros game as a playable character. So Piranha Plant being in Smash Bros, and the fact he's in Mario Kart World, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. Alright, everybody. 16th place is Stingby. I mean, yeah, Stingby isn't a real great character, but I love Stingby and how he's someone I love Stingby and how he's somebody who I never would have expected. I mean, according to all known laws of aviation, there is no physical way that Stingby should be able to fly. Its wings are way too big to fit in its tiny cart. Stingby flies anyway, though, because Stingby does not care what Mario Master 101 thinks is impossible. Anyway, Cataquack is still a more out there pick for me, but I still really am excited for Stingby. I mean, yeah, I'd rather have Honey Queen, but that's completely different than, like, Goomboss and PD Piranha are to Goomba and Piranha Plant. So yeah, overall, Stingby is pretty cool, but there are more hype characters for me. Alright, so in 15th place, we have Swooper. Swooper is another character who I love. Swooper is an amazing bat character who I've always kind of loved, and seeing him in Mario Kart is great, and I'll definitely play as him. Swooper is also able to fly like Stingby. I prefer Swooper to Stingby, though, because Swooper is awesome, and I love his design a bit more than Stingby. Alright, so in 15th place, we have Peepa. Peepa is another out there decision to me, and I love the fact that Peepa is here. King Boo is also here too, so Peepa doesn't really have the same problems as Boo and Piranha Plant, because, I mean, yeah, Peepa's a pretty awesome out of their character. I love every character up from here on out. So, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, 14th place is a tie between the two underwater creatures, Cheep Cheep and Fishbones. I don't really know which one I like more because, Cheep Cheep to me, I like its design a little bit more. But come on! Fishbones is such an out there pick! How did Nintendo even think of adding Fishbones? How is Fishbones here? He doesn't even have hands or legs. How is Fishbones here? How? There's no way I would have ever been able to guess Fishbones. He's so awesome. I mean, yeah, some characters are more hype, and he's just as hype as Cheep Cheep because, I love Cheep Cheep too. Cheep Cheep's really cute, and I don't know, I just love both of these underwater sea fishes. I mean, yeah, Fishbones is definitely more of an out-there pick, but I mean, I like Cheep Cheep more as, like, a character, but, like, I can't really tell, because, like, in the same way as Donkey Kong and Donkey Kong Jr., yeah, Donkey Kong is more iconic, but Donkey Kong Jr. is a little bit more fun, so, I mean, I kind of combine them, because, like, Donkey Kong Jr. had nowhere near as big of an impact as Donkey Kong did, but yet, they're basically the same, just like how Cheep Cheep and Fishbones, for me, they're around the same, honestly, but, yeah. Anyway, it is kind of weird how Dry Bones didn't get announced and Fishbones did, but, I mean, Fishbones is still in Mario Kart Tour. How is Fishbones in another game? How? If anybody ever guessed Fishbones, they deserve $1 million from Elon Musk, because nobody would have ever expected Fishbones. We could probably predict Monty Mole or Goomba or Piranha Plant or maybe even Peepa because Boo is an item and they wouldn't want, and if they want another ghost character to race, they wouldn't want normal Boo because Boo's already an item. But nobody would have ever had the capabilities of adding Fishbones unless you're ironically doing it, but like, how is Fishbones even here right now? How is Fishbones even here? I don't even know. Alright, everybody, so in 12th place is Spike. Honestly, Spike could be a little higher or lower, but I mean, I love Spike, so I think this is a pretty great place for him. He's in Mario games quite a bit, and he's in some good Mario spin-offs like Mario Party 10 and Jamboree. I mean, yeah, Mario Party 10 isn't as good as 9. No game is, because Mario Party 9 is literally my favorite game ever, but still. Anyway, Spike is a little lower than other characters because he is pretty common, but I mean, he is one of my favorite generic enemies, and I just love Spike, I'm gonna be honest. Spike is awesome. Spike is probably my favorite generic enemy here. He is in some spin-off games though, so he's only in 12th place. So yeah. Anyway, in 11th place is a snowman. Alright, next up is Snowman. Honestly, this is getting really hard now because these are all hype. Snowman is amazing. However, he looks a bit too much like Pokey, in my opinion. I honestly love how he can play as a snowman, which is awesome. I cannot believe I will be able to play as a snowman. This is awesome, very incredible. Alright, so in 10th place is Sidestepper. This is a pretty hard choice, but in 10th place, we have Sidestepper. You're probably wondering, okay, generic crab, pretty high up, how? Look, Sidestepper first appeared in Mario Bros., which was the first game that had Mario as his standalone game with his bro Luigi. And Sidestepper was a huge part of that game. Seeing him in Mario Kart World is incredible because he's been there for quite a long time. Like, he's been there. Like, Mario, you know, in the arcade games, he was Jumpman and whatever, but like, Mario had his first game without Donkey Kong. This means Sidestepper has been a Mario character longer than Bowser, longer than Peach, longer than Toad, longer than Goomba, longer than a lot of Mario characters, honestly. So seeing him in Mario Kart World is incredible because it all just goes full circle. I'm really glad that he's now in a Mario Kart game. This is awesome because of the fact that he went to Mario Kart World. He was in Mario Bros. And now he's in Mario Kart World. You don't know how awesome that is. It's like he went full circle, you know? He's awesome. Sidestepper is a really cool crabman in my opinion. Probably my second favorite crabman other than, I mean, you already know. I'm just gonna roll a clip. Yeah, I mean, that was kind of obvious. Alright, in 9th place is the lowest rated Sunshine character, and he's still number 9. This is awesome. It's Cataquack. Cataquack is awesome. When I first saw Cataquack, I was stunned. Cataquack is an awesome character to have here because Super Mario Sunshine is an interesting and unique game, and it's probably the black sheep of the 3D Mario games in terms of just being really different. Although I do think it is really god, even if it has some of the glitches in the game. Also, while I do think Sunshine is really good, even if I hate the glitches in the game, it is still a really good game. So, yeah. And Cataquack is incredible. Peach Beach also had Cataquack. Just the fact I can play as a Cataquack. Just reading this script right now, I can play as a Cataquack. The frickin' Cataquack Mario Duck from Super Mario frickin' Sunshine, which I'm surprised any Sunshine characters are in. Gamer27 is probably flying over the moon right now. Literally, Minions Tonight, we steal the moon. I guess we can talk about the 8 other characters now, but like, bro, Chargin' Chuck is in 8th place. This is the last generic enemy. Let's be honest, though, he fits in a Mario Kart so amazingly. This is probably the character, in terms of the newcomers, that fits the most. He is still a generic enemy, so I can't really put him higher, but, like, just look at Chargin' Chuck. He looks like he can ride a car, but, I mean, he might get road rage a little. I mean, he's probably like, oh my gosh, get out of the way! Honk, 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 honk. But yeah, Chargin' Chuck even has a helmet, though. Safety first, kids. In 7th place, we have Dolphin. Okay, Dolphin is an awesome character for this. Dolphin is an awesome character to be in Mario Kart World. I love riding on dolphins in my 2 favorite Mario Party games, Mario Party 8 and Mario Party 9. I just love dolphins in general, too. Dolphin is a bit confusing of how he'll even fit into a cart, but, like, yeah, how will he? This is still, though, a really cool idea. How a dolphin can even get into this game. Come on, it is a dolphin. A dolphin! Harold Hutchins must be over the moon right now. Okay, so next up in 6th place is Penguin. The reason Penguin is higher than Dolphin is because as much as I love Mario Party 8 and 9, I can't deny they are spin-offs, and Penguin is in Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Galaxy, which is part of the mainline Mario games. Mario Party 9, I do like more than 64 and Galaxy, but, like, from an objective standpoint, 64 and Galaxy are mainline Mario games, so they're, like, canon games, Mario Party 8 and Mario Party 9. I mean, yeah, I love them a lot. They're 2 of my favorite games. Mario Party 9 is my favorite game, and Mario Party 8 is probably in my top 10. They are still just spin-off games, so, yeah. Also, I do think Penguin can fit in a cart more, and he was in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, which is pretty important considering Donkey Kong is basically using his movie design now. So, yeah, even King Boo. So, yeah, let's do that. Anyway, Penguin is an awesome character who I love, and I'll be playing as Penguin in Mario Kart. I mean, I'm going to play as all of these characters in Mario Kart, let's be honest. But there are 5 characters left. So, how is that the case, you might be wondering? Well, I'm going to tell you. 5th place is Nabbit. Next up has to be Nabbit. Nabbit is awesome, but there is something wrong with Nabbit that, like, I don't think most people think of. I mean, like, as a character, yes, he's very hype. Like, unironically, if we're just talking about as a character, he might honestly be number 2. But we gotta be honest here. Nabbit doesn't take damage in the mainline Mario games. I mean, I can look past that because, you know, he's Nabbit. I still love Nabbit, and one of my brothers is probably going to be maining Nabbit, and Nabbit is really cool. He's probably one of my favorite modern Mario characters. He actually has history. He used to be an evil thief. Now he helps the good guy, but now he helps the good guys as well. Nabbit racing with the good guys and bad guys will be pretty awesome considering he used to be an evil thief, but now he's helping everyone, at least the good guys, because now he's on the good guys' side. In 4th place, Gamer27 is either going to be happy with how high this character is, or mad that he's not number 1, because in 4th place, you probably already know what it is just by me saying that, outside the podium in 4th place is Pianta. I tried to do a Pianta impression. Anyway, Pianta is another Sunshine representative who is the character from Sunshine that I'd want the most in this game. Piantas are incredible. They're the main locals in Sunshine, and now they're in Mario Kart. Cadillac is also awesome, but I do like Pianta more. Now I just really want Noki. I mean, yeah, Noki would be pretty cool considering we have Pianta and Cadillac. If we get Noki, I'd be happy. And I'm probably not going to main Pianta, though, Because if I play with Gamer27, I feel like he'd main Pianta, and I'd probably main someone else. But, I mean, I'm still really excited to see Pianta. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Okay, the top 3 characters are all characters who I absolutely love and I will main. In 3rd place is the character that most people are probably the most hyped for. It's time to talk about Moo Moo! Moo Moo, a freaking cow, is in Mario Kart World! The freaking... Sorry, I'm screaming so much. The freaking Moo Moo from Moo Moo Meadows is in this game now! How is Moo Moo only in 3rd place? He honestly might be the character I made the most. I mean, yeah, he isn't in the top 2, but, like, he's easily the most insane character out of this whole selection other than maybe Fish Modes. I can play as Moo Moo! I can play as Moo Moo! Moo Moo is easily one of the most hype characters here, maybe even the most hype, but he's not my favorite, but he is very hype. Before I tell you who 2nd place is, I'm going to tell you a story. Baby Daisy is a terrible character. She's not as bad as Baby Rosalina, but Nintendo is making Mario Kart Wii. They were thinking, we have Hammer Bro in this game. I guess we're ready to ship out Mario Kart Wii. And then someone else was like, you know what? I don't really want Hammer Bro. Maybe we should do Baby Daisy. Baby Daisy in Mario Kart instead of Hammer Bro. Yeah, that's a great idea, said maybe Shiragu Miyamoto. I don't know who said that. I don't even know if that's actually what happened. I'm just making up hypotheticals. But yeah. Hammer Bro got snubbed, and then he wasn't in Mario Kart 7, Mario Kart 8, or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. He got snubbed from all of those games. However, one game he wasn't snubbed from is Mario Kart Tour, but that's not a console game now. But there was hope for Hammer Bro now. And then the Mario Kart World trailer came out, or at least the thing from the Nintendo Direct 2. Hammer Bro is in the game. In Mario Kart World, we have Hammer Bro. Hammer Bro finally in a console Mario Kart game. He was snubbed in Wii. He's finally here, baby. Screw you, Baby Daisy. Hammer Bro got it anyway. Hammer Bro is so high. He's not a generic enemy. He is incredible. Thank you, Nintendo, for adding Hammer Bro. Now, it is time for number 1. I'm going to be honest with all of you. I'm going to be truthful right now and say that number 1 isn't even close. Number 1 is Boshi. Boshi is the character that has been in this direct. He is a character I loved since 2015, and he used to be my 2nd favorite character in general. Wanna know why? Look at him! You should be able to already know! Look at Boshi! His awesome sunglasses! His thing around his neck. Remember, spikes kill Mario characters, or at least hurt them, but, oh yeah, he just puts that on his neck. Look at his thing around look at his sandals. Boshi is literally the cooler Daniel. I love Boshi more than I love any of these other characters, maybe even combined. Boshi has always been one of my favorite Mario characters. Yes, the Yoshi from Yoshi's Island did save Mario, so I guess he's technically better, even though Boshi looks way better. And Bowser and Kamek, and Luigi are also really important. I'm gonna be honest though, personally, Boshi is still awesome. I want to play Super Mario RPG solely because of Boshi. Boshi is easily my favorite character in this direct, and will definitely be my main, or at least in the top 2. Either Boshi or my Mario Master 101 me will be my main. Boshi is a 11 out of 10. Boshi is the best. Remember when I said that Goomboss was who I would rather have over Goomba, and Petey is who I'd rather have over Piranha Plant? Boshi is literally the cooler Daniel. Thank you, Boshi, for easily being the best character. My intrusive thoughts might try to win, but Boshi will always prevail. Boshi might actually just be my main in general. Either Boshi, Mario, or my Mario 101 me. Some people might just say that Boshi is a costume of Yoshi. No, not in a million years would I call Boshi just a costume. Boshi is awesome, and it's not even close. He's the most hyped newcomer in any game I've ever heard of. In any game I have heard of, he's the best newcomer. The only thing that might be even close to as good is Waluigi in Smash. And if you've seen my top 10 characters who I won in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC video, you'll know that Boshi being in Mario Kart World is something I love because of how much I want Waluigi in Smash. My finger hurts from typing, and I only talked about the first part of this direct, but let me just say right now, Boshi is the best character in this direct by a landslide. He is the best newcomer, and if any of you disagree, I will happily deal with it, because, hey, you know what? Opinions are opinions. A lot of people are probably gonna think Moo Moo or Pianta are the best. You know what? I'm not even gonna deny that Moo Moo is awesome. I mean, I guess technically I am denying it because Boshi's still the best in my opinion, but still. Anyway, since we're not talking about the characters right now, there's more information about Mario Kart World as well. Next up, I will be telling you guys about the tracks that are in this game so far. Huge thanks to the Mario Kart Wiki for the help, by the way. Anyway, the tracks in this game so far are Mario Bros. Circuit, which is honestly really hype, because, you know, obviously there's been Mario circuits and there's been at least one Luigi circuit. Now we have them both combined for a circuit. We also have Crown City, Whistletop Summit, DK Spaceport, which I thought this looked like Boshi for a second, lol. You know, Boshi is... I'm thinking about Boshi so much right now. I'm literally envisioning myself driving as Boshi. Yeah, I just love Boshi. Oh, and by the way, the rest of this I've typed this morning because I was working on this yesterday and I'm typing this morning. So yeah, anyway, there's also Desert Hills, Shy Guy Bazaar, Starview Peak, which reminds me of Super Mario Galaxy, which is awesome, Wario Stadium, Airship Fortress, DK Pass, Sky High Sunday, Wario Shipyard, Koopa Troopa Beach, which is pretty cool how Koopa Troopa Beach also has Troopa now, because back then it just had Koopa, Faraway Oasis, Crown City, and Peach Stadium. As far as I'm aware, this is the first ever Peach Stadium, because Mario and Luigi and even Daisy have stadiums. Well, I mean, I guess Daisy has a circuit, but still. I used Daisy's circuit for a YBB one, so yeah. I honestly think the version without the auto-tune sounds great. Anyway, I love the fact that Peach has a circuit. Wait a minute. Okay, so I just looked it up, and apparently Peach Circuit was a stage in the GBA game Mario Kart Super Circuit. So I guess Peach already had one, but I mean, I still love this. Anyway, all of these tracks are connected together across a large open world. Free roam mode is another thing announced in this direct. And you want to know why I said all of these tracks are connected together? Because free roam mode lets you go nearly anywhere now, which is an awesome thing in this direct. Free roam mode lets you go literally to and from each cup in this mode, which is insane. You can just casually do that now. You can go to other cups as Fishbones. Fishbones is in Mario Kart. Moo Moo is in. Boshi is in. Boshi is in. Boshi is in! I can't believe this. I literally can't believe how awesome this is. How is this a real thing that people thought of? Seriously, this is awesome. Anyway, I just can't get over how insane Fishbones is. And Boshi, too. I genuinely cannot understand how hype this game is. Like, I can't believe how hyped this game is. Like, Boshi's here, Fishbones is here, Cataquack is here, Pianta's here, Goomba's here, Pokey's here, Snowman's here. I'm gonna be straight up honest with you. When I mentioned all of those characters, I wasn't even looking at the script. I was just naming them off the top of my head. That's how awesome all of these characters are. Anyway, this game will also support chat. Yes, my friends, Nintendo has evolved in 2006. Although, maybe this was a bad idea, because if someone gets hit by a blue shell in Rainbow Road, they might not say some inappropriate things. Yeah, maybe this shouldn't be a thing. Anyway, there will also be a Mario Kart Direct on my birthday, April 17th. I love the fact that this Direct's going to be on my birthday, and yeah, I'm probably going to make another Mario Kart video once that Direct comes out, but I'm not going to do it on day one, so yeah, but don't expect a video on the Direct day one, though, because yeah, it is my birthday, so yeah, I'm probably just going to be celebrating my birthday that day, so anyway, this script is getting pretty long, I'm going to be honest, so this was a very good idea to not have all of this in one video, and that there are parts. There is still a lot more stuff I could talk about too, but like, I'm going to be straight up honest, I mainly care about characters. Like, that's what I cared about the most. I mean, yeah, obviously, I am still really excited for the tracks, free roam mode, VR call. You can even do your face. That's awesome. So, before I go, though, I want to talk about one last thing. The price. $79.99. Nearly $80, and probably more than that with tax. Yeah. I personally think this is a little bit too much, but I will most likely still buy it later anyway, because, I mean, Boshi is in it, so yeah. So yeah, oh my goodness, I wasn't even looking at the script, but I'm realizing this is Boshi's first ever playable appearance. I wasn't even looking at the script, I didn't even write that down, I literally just realized that off of the top of my head. You guys do not realize how peak Boshi is. This is the first game I can play as Boshi. Oh my god! Oh my god! I was thinking about that! This is the first game I can play as Boshi! I wasn't even thinking about that. I'm genuinely hyped right now. I know some of you might hate the price, but for Mario Kart, I can't even read the script anymore. This is the first game I can ever play as Boshi as a playable character, baby! Yeah, baby! Anyway, okay. Anyway, $80 around might be a little too much for most people, and I know some of you might hate this price, but for Mario Kart it is fine in my opinion. If every Switch 2 game is this much, yeah, we will have issues. But just for a few, it's fine. Anyway, that will do it for this video. Let me know if there is anything else in the Mario Kart part of this direct that you would have wished that I talked about. And as always, I will see you later. Roll the outro. Or intro to the next video if you're watching the compilation video. Bye! And make sure you have a great day. I will see you in the next one.
Everybody watches the vids, everybody loves the Minecraft clips. When it comes to the best channel, everybody knows what it is. This channel is the hottest. Don't agree, then follow disclaimer, or just join the bandwagon now and subscribe to Only One Gamer, cause Only One Gamer.
When it comes to videos, they got the hottest.
Only One Gamer.
Minecraft clips, so you know they got it.
Only One Gamer.
So on the channel, you should subscribe.
Only One Gamer, yeah, it's Only One Gamer, yeah.